Now, the world will pay a far greater toll. For I have returned. I am Kel'Thuzad. Your curiosity will be the death of you.
Kel'Thuzad was once a human mage of the Kirin Tor. He went on to become the founder of the Cult of the Damned and one of the principal agents of the Lich King, responsible for spreading of the plague of undeath across Lordaeron. After bringing the plague to Lordaeron, he was slain by the paladin Arthas. When Arthas became a Death Knight, he resurrected Kel'Thuzad as a Lich so he could summon Archimonde the Defiler into Azeroth. Following Arthas' departure for Northrend, Kel'Thuzad was left to command the Scourge of Lordaeron from his necropolis Naxxramas. Following his first defeat, he and his necropolis moved to Northrend. A handful of powerful individuals scattered across the world heard the Lich King's mental summons from Northrend. Most notable of them was the archmage Kel'Thuzad from the magical nation of Dalaran. Kel'Thuzad had been considered a maverick for years due to his insistence on studying the forbidden arts of necromancy. Driven to learn all he could of the magical world and its shadowy wonders, he was frustrated by what he saw as his peers' outmoded and unimaginative precepts. Upon hearing the powerful summons from Northrend, the Archmage bent all of his considerable will to communicating with the mysterious voice. Convinced that the Kirin Tor was too squeamish to seize the power and knowledge inherent in the dark arts, he vowed to learn what he could from the immensely powerful being named the Lich King. Eventually, Antonidas learned that Kel'Thuzad had been experimenting with necromancy by reanimating dead rats. Fearing for the safety and reputation of Dalaran, Antonidas had Kel'Thuzad's properties searched and all his items tainted by dark magic were confiscated and destroyed. Antonidas warned Kel'Thuzad that he would be stripped of his rank and holdings and exiled from both Dalaran and Lordaeron if he did not abandon his madness. Leaving behind his fortune and prestigious political standing, Kel'Thuzad abandoned the ways of the Kirin Tor and left Dalaran forever. Prodded by the Lich King's persistent voice in his mind, he sold his vast holdings and stored away his fortunes. Traveling alone over many leagues of both land and sea, he finally reached the frozen shores of Northrend, intent on reaching out his crown and offering his services to the Lich King. The Archmage passed through the ravaged, war-torn ruins of Ashul-Narub. Kel'Thuzad saw firsthand the scope and ferocity of Ner'zhul's power. He began to believe that allying himself with the mysterious Lich King would not only be wise, but potentially fruitful. He met with Anubarak and told him of all the powers he could wield, but frightened by the horrors that he saw in Naxxramas, he teleported out and tried to escape. Unfortunately, he was surrounded by wraiths and brought back inside. After long months of trekking through the harsh Arctic waste, Kel'Thuzad finally reached the dark glacier of Icecrown. He boldly approached Ner'zhul's dark citadel and was shocked when the silent undead guardsmen let him pass as though he was expected. Kel'Thuzad descended deep into the cold earth and found his way down to the bottom of the glacier. Within the endless caverns of ice and shadow, he prostrated himself before the frozen throne and offered his soul to the Dark Lord of the Dead. The Lich King was pleased with his latest conscript. He promised Kel'Thuzad immortality and great power in exchange for his loyalty and obedience. Kel'Thuzad, eager for dark knowledge and power, accepted his first great mission, to go into the world of men and found a new religion that would worship the Lich King as a god. To help the Archmage accomplish his mission, Ner'zhul left Kel'Thuzad's humanity intact. The aged yet still charismatic wizard was charged with using his powers of illusion and persuasion to lull the downtrodden, disenfranchised masses of Lordaeron into his confidence. Once he had their attention, he would offer them a new vision of what society could be, and a new figurehead to call their king.
The dark void awaits you.